The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the April 15th, the Thursday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Yep, just think about that one. Hey, it's great to be with you. And let's make sure we have an extraordinary day. And the easiest way to do that, well, it's to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. We need to make that one little 2x4 shift. It means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, what you and I are going to do, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But much more important than that, that's this. During this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, hey, we've got you covered there too. You can always shoot me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. And in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on terrific Thursday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. We've got nearly all the indices trading to the upside. The only two that aren't are the Russell 2000, which is down $3, and the spot volatility, which is down 14 pennies, trading out at 16.85. Otherwise, it is a party to the upside. So let's go take a look at what does this party to the upside mean. Well, first, let's just begin by taking a look at the Dow, priced in dollars, priced in euros, priced in yen, priced in pounds. And what you can see here is the party is a worldwide party. This is what a bull market looks like. It is rising. The instrument is rising in all major currencies out here. But we've got a caller on the line, and we have call-ahead seating. So let's go out to Brent in Martinez, California. Brent, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing great, Steve. I wanted to catch you before you got on too much of a roll there.
Sure, you did.
Your flow.
Yeah, no, okay. No problem at all.
I hope your back's doing better. You're having some issues last time I talked to you.
Yeah, I took a little walk on the beach today, and it's tender, but we're getting there. But you know what? It's I've been in the water, so that's what I'm trying to do for exercise, and that's pretty easy on the back. But still tender. But thanks for asking. Thanks for. Yeah. So and the weather down here is just fabulous. So, but how did you want to start out? What question did you want to take a look at, or instrument, or?
We've looked at this stock before, and I've just been trying to be patient with it. And we kind of looked at the chart before, and it's been in a consolidation for a decent amount of time, between about 70 and 40 roughly. It's breaking that today with a gap down and some volume. So it seems like, and if you look at that, just dollar-wise, I mean, that's showing that you could go down to like $10 or something. But I'm sure there's maybe some other levels, on the way down that could potentially be levels of support. So that's what I was hoping you could look at. I'd like to, at some point, maybe buy into it, but I'm just trying to be patient, see what levels make sense to maybe take a long position down further.
Sure. So just to make sure, we're talking about QuantumScape, ticker symbol QS?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So as we take a look at this set of charts here, folks, really it's only from a profile standpoint, it's only the daily and the weekly that are useful to us because it just hasn't had enough time to generate any kind of monthly profiles. But right now, this week, not only did it gap down, and the last 3 days has been below the bottom of a bullish structured daily profile, and 39.86 was really its last bastion of hope for support. Now, it has a day to recover to get back there. If it did, that's the bottom of the weekly profile. But price has taken out a swing point on a weekly basis that has, we can take a look at either one, either the swing point from February first. That had 64 million. You're already at 72. Or if we use this other swing point, which we could, March 1st, this is a weekly, 57 million. We're already at 72. So this is suggesting a gigantic move to the downside. Now, I don't want to just that's at least what the volume and breaking through swing points is telling us. But if I run the A to B equals CD to the downside, you get back to probably zero out there. So let's take a look at my other charts, see if there's anything else out here. So the daily time frame shows that today is going to be bar number 6. It says a TD9 count pattern could form within the next, not today, but 7, 8, 9, 4th session. So we're talking about Friday through next Wednesday is when that pattern could take place. Now, if a TD9 count does form above 1664, believe it or not, on the daily time frame, 1664 is the actual breakout area. That is where, so if you get the 9 count that forms above that, that would be a potential entry point. Now, we'd want to go take a look at something going on in the short-term time frame, Brent, in like a 30-minute time frame for that message. As far as the weekly time frame and any other messages, I don't have anything. So the only other levels of support that we have right now are breakout supports, and those are at the 1214, 1664 level. And that's what I think that's what we should be looking at.
Okay, I'm just going to be patient, which I have been so far, and when it gets down there again, I'm just watching to see if there is some kind of, bullish reversal or some indicator that would, make sense to potentially take a trade. But at this point,
sure,
I'm just going to let it back down and see what happens.
What do these guys do, Brent? Do you know?
I think they're in that space, the whole EV space, I believe.
Got it.
What they do exactly, I'm not positive, but I know that's what they're involved with. I think they have some association with Volkswagen and their electric vehicles. So I believe that. And beyond that, I'm not quite sure.
Okay, let's see if we can pick it up in the $16 range, or at least take a look at it next week.
Yeah, or 12 or 10. Or the lower the better. Just let the thing keep going down. At some point, it'll potentially make sense. And maybe when it gets closer to those levels, I'll call you again, and we can look at it at that point.
That sounds great. Brent, thanks for calling. Always good to hear from you, and have a terrific Thursday.
All right, you have a great weekend, Steve, and the rest of your week. Take care.
You bet. My pleasure. So before we went to Brent, folks, we were taking a look at this chart here. This is the chart of the Dow again, and this is just really important to understand because this is showing us an absolute true breakout inside the Dow. Now, when the Dow is leading the charge, as it is, that's an indication of capital coming into the U.S. In other words, as bad as things are here, as much as this administration is screwing everything up, still it doesn't matter. The question is, who's got the best apple of the rotten apples out there? And this is telling you right now, what this is telling us is that it is the U.S. So got to keep that in mind. In fact, if we go take a look at a similar chart here for gold, here's an instrument that's trading higher today. Is it trading higher in all the major currencies? Well, we just have to click on this chart here, and we can see the answer is yes. The way we have a look at this is the daily time frame. Before on that Dow chart, I believe we were looking at a monthly or a quarterly. So you can see some of the trend line resistance that each of these instruments have in their currency out here. But what we do see, the Dow is above, or the gold is above the prior highs in terms of U.S. dollar, the same in euros, trying to do the same in yen, and in the same in pounds. So you've got a real breakout in gold going on. When we come back from this break, we have to still take into consideration the currency pairs. So let's go see what the euro's doing, what the yen is doing, what the pound is doing. And of course, the U.S. dollar. We'll be right back.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. You got the Dow up 265, S&P's up 40 points. So we're going to go take a look at the currency pairs. And up in the upper left-hand corner, you've got the U.S. dollar. Over to the right, the euro. Down below that, the yen. And then to the left, you've got the Great British Pound. So these three currency pairs make up a bulk, not the entire amount of the U.S. dollar index, but will give us a very good feel, the euro being about 56, 57%. So if we begin by taking a look at the U.S. dollar index, what you're going to see is today is going to be, or should be, come bar number 8 of a TD9 count. So that says that we could have a TD9 count bottom pattern that actually forms today. Now, you have to have bar number 9 complete, and that requires a close below the close of bar number 5, a likely outcome here. So whether the U.S. dollar goes on to make a lower low tomorrow, tonight, won't matter because it would still qualify as a TD9 count. Now, that low can actually come in tomorrow or Monday, so it can be the bar following bar number 9. However, if we take a look at the euro, the chart next to it, we can see that today is going to be a TD9 count top. And that says if this pattern is going to identify a top, then it will be today or tomorrow's high. If the high gets exceeded, if today's high gets exceeded, that would be the critical threshold level to be watching, because if price closes over whatever the high of this pattern is, tells you in this case here in the euro, strong momentum move to the upside, getting stronger, and therefore the U.S. dollar index would presumably move lower and get weaker. But one of these TD9 counts is going to have to fail. Now take a look at the Japanese yen. On this chart here, as you take a look at the Japanese yen moving lower, that's actually telling us that it's getting stronger against the U.S. dollar. Today is also going to become bar number 9 of a TD9 count. So the same rules apply here. So two instruments that have about 57, 67, nearly 70%. Don't quote me exactly to the T, but nearly 70%, the euro and the Japanese yen out here, are suggesting that these two are going to form TD9 counts today or tomorrow. And that should then put a bottom inside of the U.S. dollar. Now, the cool thing is because these two currency pairs, the euro and the yen, are one day ahead on their counts, we'll have a really good feel on Monday. We'll have a feel on Monday. It should be a really good feel on Monday, whatever that means, as to how the U.S. dollar might react here. For gold to continue, now the U.S. dollar did close below its TD9 breakout level. That's the red line, 91.77. The euro obviously closing above its breakdown area. That was at 1.194 out here. So we could have strong moves going on. We're just going to have to let these patterns play out here. But because of the directional correlation between the U.S. dollar, gold, silver, the miners out there, it's just time to be cautioned because of these signals that have shown up. We can see the Great British Pound hasn't really done much. Now, it did bottom as price came back to its breakout area, and that's at the 1.3666. Again, if you take a look at that bottom left-hand panel chart out there, there's not anybody. And I'm saying this with certainty. There's not anybody that would have chosen that level as the breakout for the Great British Pound. That is the cool thing, one of the cool things. There's several cool things about the nines, about the TD9 count pattern out there, and absolutely will help you. It will help you immensely. So please learn it. You can read books about it. You can sign up for Mastering Probabilities, a workshop that's available to members out there. It teaches you exactly how to use the pattern, and really simple and really valuable. Okay, so enough about that. That's what's going on there. Let's go take a look at gold now. Let's kind of stay in the theme here. And to stay in the theme, we're already taking a look at that. Let's look at this here. So we've got gold. We're really looking at the June contract. Let's put in the A to B equals CD pattern. But before price can fulfill that, what you're looking at is the next area of resistance here in gold is 1778. So from a probability standpoint, after each of us just looking at the U.S. dollar, the euro, the yen out here, knowing that we're in the TD9s, that could identify a top, could be today, could be tomorrow, could be Monday. So that's what we're looking at here. Odds favor, if that's going to happen, we'll see gold go spike the ball at 1778, and that'll be it. And then we'll see a pullback. Not like it's over. But that'll be it, and we'll see some type of retracement to where I'm not sure. So that is certainly one outcome to the extent that gold is going to pay attention to the currency pairs out here. So let's take a look at the A to B equals CD pattern, and that is going to give us a price projection up about 1805, 1827. We'd have to say more likely the 1827, 1856 area. So price can close above 1778.60. If the TD9 and the dollar pattern ends up failing, and potentially not for me, but I just don't see that as a likely outcome, then we're looking at this larger move inside of gold in this A to B equals CD pattern. If we go take a look at this set of charts here for gold. Now what you've got is you've got the daily, you've got the weekly. The weekly, we've talked about this, how price tested that bullish structured weekly you don't see, oh, shoot. Sorry about that, Bill. That's me getting used to trying to share with you guys all my different screens out here, and sometimes I just simply screw up. Well, not sometimes. I often screw up. There's this chart. My apology. Let me pull back here. This was a chart for gold where we're looking at the A to B equals CD pattern. That's really going to be this chart. I'll just expand it so we're not confused. I'll draw that pattern back in again. Here's the A point down here at about the March 31st low. The B point looks like it's about the April 8th high. The C point down here a few days ago. And your 1-to-1, let's just expand this out a bit. Your 1-to-1, 1805. You can see that 1778 resistance level, the weekly profile. 18. Now, this weekly profile, by the way, is going to look different. Is it? I think it's going to look different when we go to this next chart here. This is the June contract. This that we're using here, yeah, so this is different. This is using, you'll see if the symbol up here, this is my made-up symbol. Now, when I say made up, I don't really mean made up, but the e-signal has a way to stitch together each of the future contracts to generate better information than the continuous contract does. And therefore, these profiles, because I've got more data, I believe they're both accurate. So we are going to see definitely sellers are sitting here at 1778. But with regard to the profile that is, what's the right word? They're both reliable. Look, if Gold is able to clear the June contract, top of the weekly profile. This is telling us about a run to 1880. But, Steve-O, you also just said in your same breath that the U.S. dollar index may be forming a TD9. We might see a pullback inside of gold. Yeah, so I'm just giving you the bigger picture. The weekly is a larger picture than the daily, and daily is a larger picture than a 30-minute chart, obviously, out here. But everything does look good with the exception of figuring out the currency pairs and what might happen there. So that's what's going on as we take a look at gold. Let's move over, take a look at silver out here. If we look at silver, well, we can do this here actually with the U.S. dollar. So the U.S. dollar index. So this is cool because this helps us going back to, hey, what's the U.S. dollar doing? So here you can see in the very right-hand panel, that's where I'm looking at. So the very right-hand panel is the weekly time frame for the U.S. dollar, and that has a bullish structure profile. So bullish structure profile gives us an area, a range where buyers are at. And that's between 90.44 and 91.19 out here. So it really does look like this U.S. dollar index is at least getting ready to bottom. But we'll have that better picture for that between, tomorrow and more likely on Monday. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den trading room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 264, S&P 40. NASDAQ is up 208. A couple questions we didn't get to yesterday. They came in after the show. And one coming in from Mimi K. And Mimi wants to take a look at a couple symbols. First one is RLAY. I'm just going to go to my white background charts out here. And her question is, she's looking to go long. Well, if you're looking to go long, Mimi, your question came in yesterday, and yesterday you got the buy signal. Yesterday was a second confirmation of a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom pattern. Now, you've got a brand new daily profile that is formed, and price is likely going to target 37.18. And if price can clear 37.18, your target becomes 45.86. If I look at a 30-minute time frame chart for you, see if there's any kind of top to suggest that this might pull back a bit. And it may pull back a little bit further. That little bit further is not much below where it's trading right now. 33.77, and you're trading at 33.85. Should be support. Now, if price closes below 33.77, you'll be able to pick this up at 31.25. Oh, geez, thanks for all that help, Steve-O. Which one should I do? Like, I don't know what your plan is on this. If you're trying to build a position here, I don't know what your thinking is at this stage. But if you're asking, and we don't try to get granular, is did this generate a buy signal? The answer there is yes. So the question has become, how do you build that position out here? And the easiest way to build that position is first to make sure you use the proper position size. If you use the proper position size, you don't have to be exact. You just have to have the confirmation that, yeah, you've got a buy signal out here. You can be cute on the short-term time frames, but it forces you to be in front of the systems out there. And many people can't do that. They need to either put on the trade or not put on the trade. They've got life to take care of. Well, in the case of RLAY, its average true range is $2.56. It's a pretty decent range for a $33 stock out here. That says that your stop, Mimi, must be more than $2.56. See, the average daily range is $2.56, and you don't want to be knocked out just because of something average. So multiply that times a Fibonacci expansion number, either 1.272 or 1.618. The latter is the better one. You're multiplying 256 times 1.618. I don't know what that equals. I'm going to guess it's $5. $5 below where it's trading right now, that becomes your stop. Well, $5 below 33, that gets us to what, 28 or so? Well, 28 is below even the bottom of the profile out there, so that's a wide enough stop. And you're just taking that $5 and dividing it by the trading capital you're putting at risk, which 1% typically of your trading capital. So if you've got $1 million, you take 1% of $1 million, that gets you what, 10 grand? Take 10 grand divided by the $5, that's how many shares you buy. That's the deal. So you've got a buy signal there. That is an RLAY, which is Relay Therapeutics. Your second question was one on CLR, Clear. Same question out here. We didn't take a look at Clear, did we? No, we looked at RL. Well, they both have a buy signal. I can't remember which one I brought over first. I think it was this one. I think it was a CL. I think it was RLAY. But here, well, no, for sure when I looked at, yeah, okay, it is. So here, if we take a look at Clear, that also generated a bottom. Now, this bottom formed a couple of weeks ago. This was the TD9 count, Mimi, and that formed right here on March 23rd. Price had just really been consolidating, but yesterday was a close above that green oscillator and change line, a close above the top of the daily profile. Today has been a test and a pullback to test those breakout levels. Clear, CLR, looks like it wants to go target 31.55. So, yeah, it's a buy as well. 27.18. Let me see if I get to my 30-minute chart here, what we're looking at. Let me get over here. So on the 30-minute chart, what do you do? What do you do here? You're below that profile, and that could lead to lower price, and I don't really have a bottom out here. But, again, same kind of concept out here, Mimi. You've got the buy signal, and the question is just really entry. And are you going to worry about it to try to get queued on it? I don't know the answer to that. Let me give you Clear, CLR. It's 10-day. It's 10-day average true range, which is $1.54. So the same play there. $1.54 times 1.618, and that becomes the stop that you use, and use that for your position sizing. So I hope that helps you out. Thanks for waiting today for those answers. Let's go out to Colorado Springs and speak with Scott. Scott, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you?
Good, Steve. How are you?
Very good. Thanks for asking. And I think you want to take a look at the NASDAQ, the NQ?
Yes, sir. I simply had a simple question. I have a trend line drawn from the March 2020 low.
Okay.
And right now I have price that's right at it. We've been above it, then below it. Now we're back above it. Do you see a trend line like that or anything like that on your charts?
Well, I don't have that trend line. What time frame is it that you're using?
Daily.
So I'm going to expand my daily now. And I've got a different trend tool, drawing tool than you have. So let me put mine up here on the screen. Give me just a moment here. I don't know why things are slow, but man, they are. It's because I have so many other files open. But when I draw my trend lines in here, I've got these trend lines at the bottom, but I don't have anything up at the top, so to speak. But I suppose you could draw a trend line off of this high from September of 2020, maybe to the high of February 16th, 2021 on a daily, and that trend line would be higher than where price is trading. But let's just do this with regard to so I don't have the trend line, and if I had a way to show your chart, I would, but I don't. But let's continue talking about the cues. What other question? So I don't have the trend line. That doesn't help you. What other question might you have before I might blow these?
I'm with where the VIX is, and I know you were kind of flabbergasted by it yesterday a little bit. We could be at a top today, with the sell the D point. Just trying to figure out which way this thing should go.
So the only index that still has a confirmed top, well, there's two. But let's talk about the NDX 100 still has a sell the D point. If price closes above yesterday's high, it eliminates that. The NQ still has a sell the D point. If price closes above yesterday's high, that pattern gets negated. Yesterday's high inside the NQ is 14,029. We're at 14,014 right now. So that would just simply negate that pattern and say the NQ should target 14,372. The NQ is also what it's doing, and this is the possibility that we do. So to kind of put this together, because it's you're really talking about my thinking as well out here, because as much as we looked at the Dow, and I said, hey, look, folks, just look at the Dow, understand that you've got a breakout going worldwide, so it shouldn't confuse anybody as to why the Dow is doing what it's doing, because that's where the party is. Inside the NQ, there's still a consolidation breakout that it's trying to complete. That consolidation pattern really began back in the August 2020 timeframe, and we saw a real breakout of this level back in December of 2020. And that price target, that price objective, is around the 14,160 area. So it looks like it may still want to complete that pattern. Scott, when you get back, if you want, you can hang on the line here. We'll continue just discussing the markets. We'll go take a look at the volatility index and one other thing that we'll look at, which is probably the New York Stock Exchange Advanced Decline line, because that's also giving us a signal of caution. This is Steve Rhodes with Scott in Colorado Springs. We'll be right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back. We're on the line with Scott in Colorado Springs. So, Scott, I wanted to make sure I gave you the number for the NDX as well. And if the NDX closes above 14,002.53, that's actually the high from 2 days ago. That's because yesterday was the bearish engulfing candle. So in a bearish engulfing candle, resistance becomes the high of the candle or candles that it is engulfing. And that was the previous high. Right now, price is trading above that. That was also 2 days ago a TD9 count top. And so it closed above that, says you'd have two patterns that are typically present at tops that will have failed. And then that would really suggest price goes up and at least makes that measured move, if not more, inside the NDX 100. So any questions about either the NQ or the NDX 100?
No, sir.
Okay, so let's try to put this together with the spot volatility index because rightfully pointed out by you, if we take a look at the spot volatility index, we'll note, it doesn't show it on this chart, folks. You're just going to have to believe me or go do the work yourself. But April 9th was bar number 8 of a TD9 count. That's the threshold level, 1620. Now, when you have a TD9 count, and you take a look at either the upper or lower threshold level, they can be pierced during the day because really the body of the candle is truly the essence of price. Those wicks or those shadows, those are just the screaming memes. Those are just the emotions out here. And as long as or it could be the dogs in Scott's house there.
Yes, sir.
It's cool. It's all cool. As long as price doesn't close below 1620 in the spot volatility index, Scott, it does say we should be anticipating some type of short-term top. I'd say if price closes below 1620, you can put that one off to the side too. So how do you put – and then the other thing, the other concern, it can resolve itself out here. The other concern is the advanced decline oscillator reading. And that is the panel up here. I'll just actually draw the green line on there now because we can see that what we have is a very clear descending tops pattern inside the advanced decline oscillator. Now, a descending top isn't so much a problem unless what you have is also rising price inside the New York Stock Exchange. And that's the pattern that we have in play. Now, unfortunately, Scott, we can't just use that divergence as a signal to just simply go ahead and take the short. But the mere fact that that pattern exists, and if you take a look on the chart out here, I show those other patterns out here, it does say we have to pay attention. Well, if we're paying attention, this is the New York Stock Exchange that we're looking at. We go take a look at it. The New York Stock Exchange yesterday generated a sell the D point. And it did that by generating this bearish shooting star candle. The high of that is 16,076. Scott's gone. That's okay. Price is trading at 16,098. So even that pattern's being taken up. But we can see I've got wave number 7. That's letter G up there. So the New York Stock Exchange is also signaling that it too may be getting ready to form some type of short-term top. But not until we get those bearish reversal candles or closes below the oscillator unchanged line will we have any real confirmation of that. So, Scott, sorry that we lost you. But that's the two things out there that are the fly in the ointment of the indices continuing to motor on higher are these patterns that are out here that we're just simply going to have to watch because they are absolutely signs of caution. Okay. And Scott, that was okay that the dog was barking out there. We love that. We got to have a little animal spirits in the Trader's Edge show. Now, let's go back to, we had another question that had come in from Mimi, and I didn't mean anything by the screaming Mimis. That wasn't referring to Mimi out there. That was just something from when I was a kid. But Mimi, I grabbed the wrong charts. Darn it. Here we go. Mimi also want to take a look at Uber. So let's go take a look at Uber. Let's get Uber going on BER. Let's get that going on my black background charts out here. And again, looking for an entry point. Well, unless you're going to chase it because you've got price above the top of the daily and weekly profile, it's going to be on some type of pullback. If we take a look at the Uber chart to see if that's even a possibility, the answer is it is. Why is it a possibility, Steve? Oh, great question. Again, no one would have chosen 60.95 as the TD9 breakdown level, as a breakdown level on this stock chart. Wouldn't happen. But you can see just how well that acted as resistance. Look at that. So yeah, Mimi, there's still a chance that Uber's going to pull back. Now that pullback might just be to the oscillator and change line. That's currently printing at 58.42. If price could close below the oscillator and change line, then we're looking at possibly pulling back to 52.64. 52.64 would be your ultimate buy. Do we have any signal to suggest that that's going to happen right now? And the answer is no. We do not. But to the extent that you want to try to buy just a small pullback, that would have to be that oscillator and change line. And again, that's 58.42. And know that right now what you would be doing is you're really in kind of a neutral territory. When price is above a green oscillator and change line, conditions are bullish. Period. End of story. Any retracement back to that is just called a normal retracement coming back to a support level out there. So you would be in kind of that range out there where you're in the middle. But if you're asking me right now, on an aggressive trader, where's the entry point inside of Uber? It'd be $58.41. So I hope that helps you out, and glad we got to all of your requests out there. We've got another request, this one coming in from Chris. And Chris B. writes in, you're looking for an entry point back into POWW. So let's go take a look at POWW, see what we can come up with here. And that is POW Ammo Inc. Today may be it for you. And that is at the price point of $6.89. Today's low, $6.90. Well, what you can't really see here is this is a bullish structured profile because the bottom is 689, the center is 722, the top is 788. So if you're looking for an entry point into POWW, now is it. If you see a close, so it's an easy trade, you get in at 702. If you see a close below 689, you go ahead, you take that small loss and you get out. Or two closes below 689. Because that would tell you, then there's something else up here because that should have held as support. If I pull over my white background chart, we take a look at POW. On a daily time frame, price is sitting right here at the green oscillator and change line. So now you've got two signals. Shoot, we just talked about this on that on the previous trade for Mimi out here. How that oscillator and change line can just be the area where you would go ahead and add to a price, add to a position out here. So yeah, you're at it right now. Again, a close below 689 would say exit. And wait to see if this gets down to the 530 area. The 530 area is the breakout. That was on ticker symbol POWW. Hope that helps you out. Best of luck with that trade. Next question coming in from SNP. And SNP wants to take a look at Mavis, MVIS out there. Let's go see what MVIS is. And your question is entry point. Just got in, so not sure if you covered this one. I have not covered it, but we're going to cover it for you right now. So Mavis, great. Here we're looking at the bottom of a consolidation. So, oops, sorry about that. And let me try to pull this over. Oh, come on, Steve. You can do this. I know you can do this. There we go. So top of consolidation is really solid. What we don't know when we drew this in, is this the bottom of the consolidation or is it just a tad lower? Either way, I like the entry point into it from the consolidation standpoint. I hate the fact that it's trading below the bottom of a bullish structured daily profile, but that's okay, which is 12.13. But let's not let this close below the price point of 10.12. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We come back, we'll finish taking a look at Microvision Inc. Be right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave! Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So we're taking a look at MVIS, and the concern here, we got price below bottom of a bullish structure daily profile. You don't see it on this chart, but there's about 15 million shares that have traded going into 18, 19 million shares here. So it looks like it's got the volume, and if it closes inside the swing point, which it should, it suggests at least go test the bottom of that candle. That's a hammer candle. And so you got to see a close back above 1012 if it does test that level out there. But the suggestion is, based on the volume metrics, as long as this bullish structured profile doesn't hold today, that price should get down and test that hammer candle. So you may be close to a bottom. Today's bar number 7 of a TD9 count out there. So I don't see a reason to have to exit the trade or anything, but you've got to watch those levels out there inside of Mavis. The last question coming in from the Tiger's Den real quickly was BLDP. Let's take a look at BLDP. And the question is, I don't remember what the question was. Maybe is this a buy? The answer is no. It's not a buy just yet. It could be, and it could be as soon as it generates a bullish reversal candle. And the reason is because, if price closes below, not a buy just yet. Wait for a bullish reversal candle to confirm a Rhodes momentum indicator signal inside of BLDP. The weekly chart shows that this is also trading below the bottom of its weekly profile. This is suggesting that this could pull back into the 1591 level. Nothing would be wrong by doing that. So you should be able to get this cheaper. It's below a TD9 breakout in the daily too. That's got 1560. So I think right now we're looking at 1560 to 1591 as your target area to enter BLDP. Hey, folks, stay tuned for 2 more great hours out here. Your favorite polar bear, my favorite polar bear, Coca-Cola's favorite polar bear. That's who he's sponsored by. That's David White. He's up next. After that, Tom O'Brien to take us on home. I'll be back with you on Fantastic Friday. But have a terrific Thursday, folks. Be safe out there.